What is going on, y'all? GoofyRhexxi here, and hope everybody is doing well. And welcome, guys, to the weekly headliner updates, week number 53. And yes, the first weekly headliner update of 2022. Gotta say Happy New Year's to you guys. Hope you guys had a fantastic holiday, had some time to chill, relax, spend some time with family, friends. Of course, and if you're coming back to work on today, then I mean, I pray that you got some decent rest to get the day started here. But of course, if you're new to the weekly headliner updates, this is where we discuss what is upcoming this week at Marvel Strike Force, and then we recap the important topics from the previous week as well. Now, we got some topics to talk about, some hot topics here. We had Avengers Tower that got released over this past week on Thursday. How do we feel about it, right? What are our impressions on the game mode so far? Is it the game mode that we needed as an MSF community? Does it reignite the spark if you lost the spark for MSF? We're going to talk about that here in this video, pros and cons. We also have some new events for some characters here. So we have Ghost Spider. Her Blitz is supposed to go live on Thursday. Going to talk about numbers. What numbers you should be targeting here in order for you to get the percentage that you want out of the rank rewards for this Blitz. Scarlet Spider's event is on Friday. Still a lot of ambiguity in regards to what exactly you need to do for that event, but we did get some offers for Scarlet Spider. So we're going to talk about whether or not he's an essential character that's needed. How can you get away without using Scarlet Spider right now if you don't have him? And then we also got a massive teaser, man, for a big bad that could be coming to Marvel Strike Force. We're going to talk about that and probably so much more on the weekly headliner update, guys. And we're going to start right now. All right, y'all, welcome back. And if it's your first time coming to the channel here and you would like to see some more Marvel Strike Force content, then consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell so that you know when my videos do go live. And there's a few links that are down in the description as well. One where you can join my Discord, become a part of the GoofTube community where we chat MSF strategy, MSF stuff. And then, of course, we occasionally talk about the things that are not MSF related as well. There's also a link to my Twitter page, my Facebook page. That's where I do post updates throughout the week. There's a link to my Patreon, which is another way for you to support the channel. And also, there's going to be some new updates coming to Patreon in the next couple weeks as well. There's also a link to my Amazon coins as well. So if you're looking to save, or not my Amazon coins, but there's an Amazon coins link that's down below as well, where you can save up to 20% on your Marvel Strike Force in-game purchases or mobile in-game purchases. That is how I'm able to save up to 20% here in Marvel Strike Force. Good way to also budget what you're spending in the game as well. So take advantage of that. If you're new to Amazon coins, when you click on that link, it will give you instructions in regards to how to go about setting that up. And of course, if you're re-upping your Amazon coins, clicking on that link as well, that's down below in the description. That is linked to me. So if you do purchase your Amazon coins through there, I also do get credit for that as well. And the link is usually good for 24 hours. So I would appreciate that also. But let's segue here. Let's talk about the topics for this week, man. The first one I want to talk about is Avengers Tower. And my thoughts on Avengers Tower is that I think it's a decent game mode. I'm actually surprised, by the way, that so this came with when this first got released, this came with a timer, right? 7-day timer. I thought this was supposed to be a new game mode. It probably is, but maybe it's like on a weekly basis, weekly tracker. That's probably the reason why it's set up on a timer. So we're gonna have to kind of get some information on that as we move forward. But jumping into Avengers Tower, I was a little not gonna lie to you. Initially, I was like, oh my God, it's just Blitz. Because that was my concern. I was like, dude, when I was reading the blog post, I just kept on thinking to myself, this just sounds like Blitz, just sounds like Blitz. And then when you pulled it up, you were just like, is this Blitz, my guy? And of course, when you cycle through the teams that they took were the teams that are associated with your Blitz save squads. And of course, if you look at my save squads, there's no way I'm using Kingpin and Mystique in this comp against some of these higher matchups, right, that are in these tower modes. So I didn't like that as well, that it looks like Blitz and then it also took your Blitz save squads. I wasn't a huge fan of that as well. What I've actually done to kind of help out with that is that I've actually created the first tab that you have here in your save squads. The first tab is just like a roster save squad. So I've actually just put together some save squads here that I can use in tower mode. And then of course, you still have your blitz, your raids, your arena, and your war. I've actually found that I've actually used some of my war teams as well against some of these tower comps. That has actually worked out pretty well also. But yeah, that was my first sort of like initial thought, man. I was like, this looks like Blitz and you're taking my save squads from my Blitz tab. But either way, I do like the fact that the matchups that you're facing in tower mode aren't cookie cutter, right? Like for me, that's a big deal that they're not cookie cutter teams. Yeah, at floor 1, it kind of starts out a little like, okay, this is not challenging. And then as you continue to climb up, you're like, oh, okay, well, I got to think about these matchups. And then you get to like floor 40 and you're like, oh, okay. You got to start like putting together some actual thought into the matchups that you're going against here. And by the way, don't do what I did. I got to floor like 57 or 58, lost the matchup, forgot that you could retreat. And because I lost the matchup, I got plummeted all the way back down to floor 51, where I had to face this team again. So just keep that in mind, guys, that you can retreat. You can still, when you retreat, you can stay on the same floor. Don't lose the matchup, because then you're just going to go right back to floor 51 for matchups that are 51 and a little bit higher. But yeah, I do like that there's some theory crafting here. I do like that I'm not just throwing cookie cutter teams at it, because that would ultimately be boring. So it has added a little bit of spice, a little bit to the gameplay here. So I will say that. With that being said, rewards, are they worth it? I think the milestone rewards are okay. But I think that there's some good stuff that you're getting there, right? The orange gear, you're getting some T3 ability orbs. I get it. Like, I don't need them, but I'm sure that there are players who do need T3 ability orbs. I'm also not entirely sure how well players who are not at the mid-game point, how well you're doing with Avengers Tower. So that's something that I want to know as well. Like, if you're someone that's not mid-game yet, or later past the mid-game point, how are you doing with Avengers Tower? How well are you going to be able to get through these milestones, which is getting all the way up to floor 50? So I'm curious to know that. But yeah, you get some gold orbs, you get some orange gear, you got some teal gear here. The rank rewards are also decent as well. Now, I'm saying decent because I don't know the frequency of this event, right? Or this mode. Is this going to be something that's going to be running on a weekly basis? Is this going to be something that's going to be running once per month? I don't know. So if this is running on a weekly basis and you're able to get some decent rank rewards, say that you're able to get to the middle ground here, 6 teal gear raid orbs, you're getting some orange gear, you're getting 160 T4s. The rest of this stuff is minuscule. Obviously, the teal gear raid orb is a little bit higher value, right? Like, I'm not going to tell you it's not. The 160 T4 is probably a little bit more impactful, right? If this is running on a weekly basis. If it's running on a once a month basis, maybe not as much. Still good to get the T4s, but maybe not as well. If it's running a weekly, I think weekly, this is actually pretty decent, in my opinion. The Avengers, the Tower Orb, awful. I hate the Tower Orb. I think the Tower Orb is trash. There's nothing in the Tower Orb where I'm like, oh my God, this changes my life. It doesn't. It doesn't change my life. It doesn't really change your life either. Number one, in the pillar, on the left side of the pillars, you can get some uniques and things like that. But dude, you can't get, there's no OZ formula in there. There's no miasma. We all need OZ formula and miasma. Holla at your boy. Where is that, right? We're not getting those. We got quantum energy. We got ballistic weave. We got gamma ray. Listen, I know it could be helpful. I'm not saying it's not helpful. I'm just saying, in the climate where the game is right now, we probably needed some better stuff from the Tower Orb. That's all I'm saying, right? The characters in the orb, wait. Wow. Wow. Seriously, dude. Call Obsidian? What the? Why? We don't need Call Obsidian in the orb. Now, Moondragon being there, helpful. Philovel being there, helpful. The rest of these characters, I know you're going to tell me Gamora and Nebula. Dude, you can get those characters easy. You can get those characters easy. Maybe Nebula is a pain in the behind the farm, right? But Dude, no, man. I don't like the Tower Orb at all. I'm not quite sure what their intent was with the Tower Orb. That's something that they definitely need to fix. So those are kind of like my thoughts here on the Avengers Tower. There's already some hacking, by the way, going on with the leaderboards. So hopefully that's something that they fix soon. There was some dude that was like 99,000 points on after day one, and I was like, he was at 14.5 or 14 million TCP, and I'm like, dude, I'm 13.8 and struggling a little bit. What's up with that? So yeah, hopefully that's something that they do fix moving forward here. But those are kind of like my thoughts on the Avengers Tower. Is it add spark to the game? A little bit. Like, it's a little exciting to go through some of the stuff there, but I don't know if at the end of the day if it creates that much of an impact for you. If the Avengers Tower mode is running on a weekly basis where you're able to get those awards, I think it becomes a lot more impactful at that point in time. But we're gonna have to see with some information that hopefully they're going to be sharing over the next couple of days or weeks, or well, really kind of more so days. Moving forward, though, we do have a new strike pass that's going to be starting a day from now here. So we got this in the blog post a couple weeks ago. New strike pass is going to be on January 4th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That strike pass is going to be featuring Silver Samurai. I mean, Silver Samurai is a good character on the Weapon X team. The Weapon X team, though, is largely a war offense team unless you're using them. Actually, in fairness, that's not entirely true. They actually have been pretty impactful for me so far in Avengers Tower mode. So, I mean, if you care about that, right, then yeah, Avengers Tower mode, actually, there is some value. If you're just kind of trying to get 50 milestones and chill, then maybe you don't care that much. But yeah, I mean, for the sake of just climbing the Avengers Tower and doing some of these higher matchups, yeah, they actually have been pretty impactful where that is concerned. But largely a war team with respect to probably Omega Red, and some players I know of using Sabretooth in Dark Dimension 5. Don't know how I feel about that, but might be joining them soon because I do like Victor Cree. But that's a separate conversation for a different time. Wish there was a better character that was going into the strike pass. Good news though, it might be a moment where you can probably skip and not spend $20 on the strike pass. That's probably most likely what I'm going to be doing here as well. Keep in mind, because the strike pass is going to be starting tomorrow, when you're going through your daily objectives tomorrow, on January 4th, just save collecting your milestone, your daily objective stuff, your rewards. Save collecting that tomorrow. Don't collect your ones for today, because I know that's happened before. Collect your ones for today, but for tomorrow, when you're going through your daily objectives, don't collect those milestones yet until the strike pass goes live, so that way you can actually use those to contribute towards your daily objectives and milestones for the strike pass tomorrow. So that's one thing. We also do have another, we talked about this earlier, the Ghost Spider Blitz. So Ghost Spider's Blitz is going to be on Thursday, and I had to following through, I'm trying to figure out what numbers would look like here, trying to get some comparisons in regards to the most recent Bliss predictions that we had. The most recent one I could find for newer characters was the Cloak and Dagger Blitz, and this didn't reward shards, it rewarded your fragments so that you could open up the orbs, right, for those characters. So the prediction numbers right now, 1 to 100. If you're looking to get that, if you're looking to rank 1 to 100, the cutoff was 63.8 million. The top 1%. These are prediction numbers, by the way, right? So this is what they're predicting that you're going to have to reach in order to be able to stay in the top 100. 63.8 million, top 1%. You're looking at 48.8 million. 2 to 3, you're looking at 32 million. Now, sometimes these numbers can be off. So number one, I would say pay attention to the new prediction numbers that are going to be going out before the Ghost Spider Blitz on Thursday. And then, of course, also keep in mind that they may be 2 to 3 million off, so you may need to go 2 to 3 million higher than what the numbers are predicted. But sometimes it's been 2 to 3 lower too. So it depends. Just figure out exactly what you need. Can you do 6 rotations? Can you do 7? Calculate your numbers that you're getting from each rotation, and then see how many rotations you need to do in order for you to be able to hit the percentages that are the numbers that are listed as the percentages here. So that's going to be going up. This is going to be on Thursday. If anybody cares, Squirrel Girl's Blitz is going to be tonight. You guys know how I feel about Squirrel Girl, so I'm hoping to get some good shards there. She's not at 7 stars for me yet, so I might be blitzing a little bit, maybe 3 rotations a day, just to kind of get some extra shards for my gal here, Squirrel Girl. And then also on Thursday of this week, there is a character that's going to be going to the Elite store. That's going to be Icarus. So we recently got let's scroll back up here to talk about it in the blog post a couple weeks ago. Availability updates. Cersei and Icarus will be direct Red Star promotions in the Elite Store. Head on over to the Elite Store on December 23rd. That was for Cersei. And then on January 6th, they mentioned as well that that Icarus is going to be going into is going to be going over into the Elite Store. So I know myself, I'm going to be looking to get Icarus to 5 reds. I just recently got Cersei to 5 reds. So looking forward to being able to promote him as well on that Thursday. So pay attention to those. Look at the numbers. Once again, look at the predictions that go out in the Discords. Figure out where you need to get to. Pay attention to Icarus going into the Elite Store on Thursday, and hopefully be able to grab some good promotion credits for him there, or get him promoted as you want to. Then we do have that Scarlet Spider event that's going to be going live on Friday. And we got his offers last week. And if you guys saw my video, my orb opening video, I didn't really fare too well with Scarlet Spider. Originally only got 2 reds on him. I think it was like 3 reds on him from my polls. Luckily through the Red Star Blitz, I was able to pop a few and then get another Elite 4. And from the Elite 4, I was able to pull 5 reds on him. So yay me! It's pretty much basically how I feel. But I have played, of course, with him on the test server. I think I've talked about him on the test server quite a few times. I mean, he's a good character. He adds a lot of value to the team. I think for me, the biggest value that I like is the fact that he does give them a little additional health, but also more so he gives them this additional crit damage as well once you get that passive T4. So I do like him a lot. I like a lot of what he's able to do. I also like that he's able to prolong negative effects as well. But the question is he an essential character? Do you have to get him? And what I'm seeing right now with a lot of players is that they're using Symbiote Spider-Man, AV, and then they're using Ghost Spiders, Miles, OG Spider-Man, and they're able to get through their raid nodes efficiently and get it done. If you were looking to probably replace a character, right, it would be replacing AV and probably throwing in Scarlet Spider if you're looking to build them up. But like myself, you're probably in the same boat. I'm not going to be rushing building up Scarlet Spider. Number one, the gear is just not really efficiently available to be able to do so. It's a lot of OZ formula, a lot of bio gear. The bio gear is easier, but the OZ formula is definitely a little bit more challenging. So for me personally, if you're not going to be able to get him, there's a lot of ambiguity right now with his release method, which, by the way, I gotta say, man, Scopely, Boundless Entertainment, you guys really need to come out give us some information here on exactly how Scarlet Spider is going to be released. What are we going to need to do in order for us to be able to get some efficient shards for Scarlet Spider? As of right now, the ambiguity doesn't feel as great. Would like to be able to do, if you're a planner like myself, would like to know exactly what you need to do here in order for you to be able to get some shards for Scarlet Spider. But that's pretty much basically it for me. But 3-person team, Ghost Spider, OG Spider-Man, and Miles with SSM and AV, if you already have them built up, is working fine right now. It's pretty much basically the consensus that I'm gathering. Using them on the test server too, it also seems to work pretty fine that way as well. But shifting gears here, we had some exciting information that popped up over this past weekend, and we saw this on the Marvel Strike Force Twitter pages. And well, first we got this one, right? We got this one on December 30th, the day before New Year's, 2 days before New Year's Eve. We got this one right here. And a lot of us were just like, hey man, is this Apocalypse or is this the Lion King? It probably wasn't that funny to you too at the time, right? Yeah, it's probably not funny now either. Yeah, I get it. Listen, but we originally were like, all right, is this Lion King or is this Apocalypse? So it definitely looked like Apocalypse, and this was subtle. And then the next day, they gave us just a different post on January 1st. They gave us this post, which showed us a lot more information, right? We got the sun again, then we got the birds, we got the pyramid right here, and then of course, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the 4 horsemen right here, Apocalypse looking in the background. So pretty much it looks like they're foreshadowing that we're gonna be getting Apocalypse coming to Marvel Strike Force. Now a lot of us said, hey, they're probably never gonna bring Apocalypse into Marvel Strike Force, right? And then some of us were like, no, they're probably going to bring Marvel Apocalypse in. He's such an impactful character. So it looks like they're going to be bringing this guy into Marvel Strike Force. We don't know when, but it looks like he's probably going to be the big bad of Marvel Strike Force for 2022. And then it leads us to, well, who the hell could the other 4 horsemen be? So predictions right now that I've gathered so far from here in the community is that probably looking at Psylocke, being that she's no longer a part of the Uncanny team, right? So she's kind of homeless right now. So most likely Psylocke could probably be one of those members of one of the 4 horsemen. I've seen Archangel. We've had some information in the past, or rumors in the past, about Archangel coming to Marvel Strike Force. And then, of course, the names that probably should not be mentioned, but Rogue and Gambit, that probably could be a part of the 4 horsemen as well. That could be a part of this team. So I don't know. I feel like I don't believe the Rogue and Gambit one. I'm not sure if they would go that route, but I mean, it would kind of make sense, right? 3 new characters, 1 legendary character. It could make sense, but I don't know who else potentially could get reworked that is already a part of MSF. That probably could go on that team, but we're gonna have to kind of see exactly where this goes. Now, I have heard in the past that they're probably one of the rumors to unlock Apocalypse. We're assuming that he's most likely going to be a legendary character. One of the rumors to unlock Apocalypse is that it could be Omega Red, and that Omega Red could be a part of that unlock. So he's obviously the newest legendary character in the game. So if you don't have him, that would probably feel bad. So yeah, I mean, excited about Apocalypse because he's just such a great character. So much history. If you're gonna be bringing in Apocalypse, though, you gotta bring in Professor X, my dude. Like at some point, we gotta stop holding off on bringing in Professor X as well, right? Am I right or am I right? Right? And then yeah, that's pretty much it for the rumors. I don't have a rumor yet. I'm more curious to hear what your guys' rumors are. What do you think? Who do you think is gonna be a part of this team? What foreshadowing have they already shared before that maybe I've missed? Would like to see that in the comments as well. Let me know, guys. I'm curious. But then that's pretty much it, man. Pretty much what I'm expecting right now is that this week, definitely hoping that we're going to be getting some information here in the blog post. They might just share the Scarlet Spider Fresh Horizons event information in the blog post, considering that usually those events don't go live until 7 p.m. Pacific time anyways. So we're probably going to be getting some blog post information on Scarlet Spider and how we can get some shards for him. I'm also expecting as well that we should be getting some information on Star-Lord T'Challa. How are we going to be able to unlock Star-Lord T'Challa? At least a mention of the event. And then also for those, I didn't talk about it yet, Magneto legendary event is this week as well. So congratulations to those who are going to be unlocking Magneto. Congratulations to you guys if you're going to be unlocking him or if you're going to be ranking him up as well. But that's pretty much it for me this week, guys. Anything else, let me know in the comments. Curious to know what you guys are thinking here, what your thoughts are. And listen, man, exciting, some really exciting stuff here with Apocalypse, if that's the case. Avengers Tower, still some question marks where that is concerned, but I am enjoying the non-cookie cutter stuff. The rewards are okay. It depends on how frequently we're going to be getting these rewards. If it's on a weekly basis, I think that could have a lot of impact, I think, on a lot of players' rosters moving forward. But until next time, guys, appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed. And y'all be safe. Deuces.